Hey, ho, ho, ho. It's Adam the LED guy. And if you've been following me on the channel, I've been doing a lot of Govee and Twinkly videos lately. And you're probably thinking, man, Adam, I don't have X $100 or $1,000 to do my yard with Govee or Twinkly. I need something that's a little more reasonably priced. So I picked this up for two reasons. Number one, for something that's reasonably priced. Number two, because I have this giant landscaping tree. It's not a tree, it's like a landscaping tree. I think it's like a Japanese maple or something. And the net I have on it just doesn't cover it. So I wanted something that was a little bigger. This one is 12 foot by 5 foot. It has 360 LED lights on it. It does change colors between red, green, and blue. It can use the remote or an app. Okay, the remote has 44 different keys. So you can easily adjust brightness, speed, you can set timers, you can switch lighting modes. And the good thing about this is multiple strings can be added to the same group for integrated control. However, they cannot be added end to end. Okay, so you'll need to run an extension cord for each one of these. It does have music sync capability. It has a built-in high sensitivity microphone. From the app, you can see just going through how to connect it, what you need to do for that. You can use simple voice commands through the app, allow you to turn your lights on or off, dim or brighten them, and change different colors. This is IP44 water resistant, okay? So you're not gonna wanna get the power cord or the transformer in a really wet area. So take a Walmart bag or a Kroger bag, it's a grocery bag, wrap it around it, zip tie it, and just for the winter, if you're doing Christmas lights, it should be fine for the month of December. You're not gonna wanna leave it around year round. The app is Bluetooth controlled, so you can do like group control, DIY customization, scene settings, music sync, microphone mode, timers, display collections, and looping playback. How about that? Let's take it outside. Let's see what it looks like. Because after all, right, isn't that all we care about? We don't care about what this box looks like. Okay, so first thing is this is only connected to my phone via Bluetooth, so there's not a Wi-Fi connection for some reason, but that's just the technology it uses. And then you have to do room management. You can rename stuff, otherwise every single step is like unassigned device. So I just named this front tree Japanese maple. And then for whatever reason, my device wasn't showing connected, not sure, but I just went into the scenes, picked the scenes, and started changing the scenes. And then you can edit, you can add it, and then my device was connected magically. Now you can see at the top, there's a switch, there's a color, there's a mode. So you go under, you pick the mode you want, and then you don't get the preview to see the mode, which drives me nuts. And then you have to assign an icon to it, and then you save it. And once you're done saving it, then you have to click on it to activate it. And I didn't know that. So I'm sitting here wondering, creating all of these different scenes, and I couldn't see anything change. And I'm like, what is going on? These modes are terrible. And then finally I realized when I pick the scene from the front, then it activates. So here's the scene finally activating. I think I picked flow. It starts going really, really slowly across the tree. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll try these. So yeah, I didn't rename any of the scenes. There's just new scene, new scene, new scene, new scene, new scene. And I really wish these were pre-made, predetermined. I don't have to figure this out. I don't want to spend any artistic energy trying to make these. And maybe there is a way, like I clicked on some of those scenes, but I just didn't feel like they were doing much. So that's why I tried to program the scenes, but
Honestly, I mean, finally I got to this like twinkle star one and I'm like, okay, it's doing something. I can see some movement. I had a little more life, a little more energy to go back and try some of the other things. There was a music mode, but you have to be playing music from your phone, or the microphone has to be accessed. And because I was recording, I couldn't access the microphone, so I couldn't demonstrate the music mode on it. So that kind of frustrated me too. But anyway, there's a bunch of options. It just takes a long time. So here is what it looks like. Let me know what you think. I'm going to give you my final verdict here in a second. First, I wanted to do a phone shot just to compare this Japanese maple net light to the other net lights I have. And these are just static colored lights compared to the dynamic net light that's on that Japanese maple. And then you can see brightness and distance between lights. Okay, so here's my verdict with this net light. Couple things. One is, I think the pitch in between the lights is too much. I think it needs to be a lot tighter. I mean, even if I look at these other net lights that I have that I just bought generic at Walmart, the lights are really close. This is really far away. Now, granted, these are RGBIC, so each one of these LEDs can change to a different color, but this is also a $50 net, okay? And these were like $10 maybe. So it did cover the entire tree, which I like. I just don't like the density of it. I think the lights need to be a lot more dense. Second is the user interface on the app is super difficult. Pain in the butt. You can't edit the scenes once you have them in. I do not like that at all. And it's odd to me. And to be able to adjust the brightness and stuff on the fly is very tough. Just even to change the color is tricky. And then it had these, other preset options in it, like Christmas and seeing it. Like just didn't see any really meaningful change. So yeah, it's a $50 light, and yeah, it covers the whole tree. And yes, it is RGBIC, but there's a reason that this Govee right here and the Twinkly on the other side of my house can cost twice as much. They're just way better. And honestly, I'd rather just buy 5 nets like this than something like this. So save your money and don't buy this junky product.